So let's talk about a new playbook. A playbook for agencies and freelancers who are, feeling the pressure from AI. We're going to break down how you can flip that script, go from just a service provider to a strategic partner, and land a massive $60,000 AI audit.
Look, if you're in the creative or development space, this is the question that's probably keeping you up at night, right? Is AI about to make your job, your entire service, obsolete? And with these powerful new tools popping up every single day, that fear of becoming a commodity, it's a real thing.
And while that threat feels very, very real, a totally new way of thinking is starting to take shape. We're about to show you how to pivot from being just another person who builds stuff to someone who becomes a strategic partner, commanding some seriously high-ticket fees. We're going to turn this threat into a huge opportunity. To really get why this opportunity is so big, we first have to unpack the core problem. Let's call it the agency's AI dilemma.
So at the very heart of this dilemma are these incredible new tools. You've got AI assistants like Claude, coding helpers like Copilot, and they're making it seem super easy for businesses to do things themselves. They think they can now build all the complex stuff they used to hire experts like you for.
But, and this is the big twist, just because businesses can try to build these things doesn't mean they're succeeding. In fact, they're often failing, like spectacularly. Just look at this. AI projects have a staggering 85% failure rate. That's more than double a traditional IT project. That gap right there, that's not a threat. That's a massive cry for help from an expert.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head. One expert put it perfectly. Companies are realizing, hey, we can build the tool. But then they realize it's way, way harder to figure out where to even put it. The real value isn't in building anymore. It's in the strategy.
So this gap, this space between what a business can build and what they actually need, that's our opening. And this isn't some small change in services. No, this is a pivot into a massive, multi-billion-dollar market.
The new role you're stepping into is an AI transformation partner. And this is so much more than just a fancy new title. It's a fundamental change. You stop being just a builder, and you become a strategic guide who can lead a business from total AI confusion to real strategic clarity.
And the size of this opportunity, it's just mind-blowing. The AI consulting market is on track to hit $73 billion by 2033. That makes it one of the fastest-growing industries on the entire planet. The demand for someone who knows what they're doing is exploding, and there just aren't enough people to do it.
But you have to know who you're selling to. Let's break it down. You've got your small smalls. Think solopreneurs, little digital agencies. They want instant gratification. They're asking, what tool can I use right now for a quick win? But then you have the big smalls, companies with, say, over 100 employees. They have totally different problems. They need someone to educate them, to build a strategy, to help them with culture change before they even touch a single tool.
Okay, so what does this actually look like in practice? Let's peel back the layers and go inside a real-world $60,000 AI audit and see how it really works.
You know, this didn't happen overnight. It's all about refinement. The agency in our story, Morningside AI, they started out offering a free 8-week audit. And guess what? They lost 30 grand. But the lessons they learned were priceless. They took that knowledge, launched a paid 30K version, and then tweaked it again into the lean, mean 4-week, $60,000 audit they sell today.
So what did the client actually get for $60,000? Well, in an audit for a steel company, the agency found opportunities that would cost about $250,000 to implement. But, and here's the kicker, it would deliver almost $500,000 in return on investment in the very first year. That's the kind of value that makes the audit fee look tiny and creates a huge pipeline for more work.
And this whole case study just reveals this incredibly powerful truth. A lot of these mid-market companies, they're completely paralyzed. They know AI is here, they know it's a revolution, but they have absolutely no idea where to even begin. They're not looking for a builder, they are desperately waiting for a guide.
Okay, so that's the theory, and there's the proof. So how can you get started? Let's walk through a real, actionable plan for you to do your very first AI audit. Now, you don't have to go out and sell a $60,000 project tomorrow. The SMART entry point is a simplified 2-week AI opportunity assessment. You can charge somewhere between $5,000 and $10,000 for this. It makes it an easy yes for smaller businesses, and it's a great way for you to build your own case studies and that all-important trust.
Week 1 is all about one thing: discovery. You'll do a few interviews with key people, but you're not talking about AI. Not yet. You're like a detective, hunting for pain points and bottlenecks. Then you map out their processes, so you can literally show them where things are breaking down. At the end of the week, you give them a simple summary and a diagram that proves one thing: you get their business.
Then in week 2, you switch gears to solutions. Based on what you found, you identify the AI opportunities that are going to have the biggest impact. The crucial step here is you validate these ideas with the client. No big reveals, no surprises. Your final deliverable is a clear, simple 90-day roadmap with the top 3 opportunities. You're giving them a clear path forward.
This whole thing, this entire process, it really just boils down to a fundamental shift in how you talk about yourself. You need to stop saying, "I build AI systems," and you start saying, "I transform businesses with AI." One of them is a commodity. The other makes you an absolutely invaluable partner.
Ultimately, this shift from being a builder to a strategic guide, that's the new playbook. It's about selling clarity in an age of total confusion. The tools are going to keep changing, but that need for a trusted guide, that's only going to grow. So, the only question left is, how will you navigate the AI revolution?